Fortunatus and Acadicus, it's lacking for the pronunciation. For that which was lacking on their part, they have supplied. So I'm happy with the coming of all my brothers, man.
That's right.
You come from San Jose, damn, Sacramento, down Antioch, down Pleasant Hill. Hey, brothers coming from everywhere, man. Right? I was glad at the coming of them because it said what? It said for that which was lacking on your part, they have supplied. So all our brothers that help us and supply us with something that we lacking with. That's why we try to have brothers. Hey, reach out to brothers, man. And we need that from the brothers, man. Right? It says, verse 18, for they have refreshed my spirit and yours. So when I come around the brother, hey, refresh my spirit, man. Hey, we out here 10, 12 deep. Damn, all the brothers bring out precepts, edify, and we come out here and wake up the lost sheep. Hey, that's the main point, man. It says, for they have refreshed my spirit and yours. Therefore, acknowledge ye them that are such. I'm acknowledging all my brothers, man, right now, right?
That's right.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, and verse number 2, because this is what we're doing, man, like Paul did. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them in 3 Sabbath days, reasoned with them out of the scripts. And that's what we're doing. We're coming out here, seeing our people in this lower state, and we're trying to bring them back to the Lord with the precepts, right? All the Lords of the Lord, man, right? Kind of condemn them to come back, right? Verse 3, open it in the legend that Hamashiach must have needs have suffered and risen again from the dead, and that this Hamashiach, whom I preach unto you, is Christ, right? And that's what we telling our people, man. Everything we saying, hey, the Lord say he come in the volume of the book. So everything we speak is about Hamashiach, man. We had a brother last week say, hey, y'all not speaking Christ. It don't sound like y'all speaking Christ. Hey, we speaking out the Bible. That is Hamashiach, man. Right? And this what we gonna do, man. Lord willing. Every time we come out here, this what we doing. All right, first Acts 17 and verse number, I'm gonna start at verse 8, right to the point. It says, and they troubled the people and the rulers of the city. And when we out here bringing out these precepts, and they hate that, man. Hey, we troubling the city. But saying, no, John, this is, God love everybody. Hey, no, hey, we coming out here shaking the hand and breaking that stronghold, saying, hey, no, he don't. He coming here for the lost, Matthew chapter, all these precepts saying, hey, he come for the lost sheep, man. Right? It says, continuing on, it says, and they troubled the people and the rulers of the city when they heard these things. So when they hear this, they get vexed in the spirit, man. We had a brother, last week, if I'm not mistaken, brother Yashar was bringing out, and the Ishmaelite brother was vexed because we bringing out the word, man. But with that, man, I'm going to pass to the next brother, man.
I'll bring out, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 37, right? And verse number 12.
Bring it out.
But be continually with a godly man. Right. So like the brother was bringing out, man, we love to be around the godly men. Right, those that keep the commandments of the Lord, right? And it reads, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, right? So as Amos 3:3 states, hey, can two walk together unless they be agreed? So we agree on this word, right? And we're standing strong on this foundation, and we come out here to build each other up, right? Because that's love, you know? Reprove a wise man, and he will become yet wiser, right? So we reprove each other through the scriptures, and you know, we iron sharpeneth iron, right? As Isaiah 28:6. Right, so like, right, and all right, so like, get back to that, right, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry, and let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee, right? So let me get Matthew 5 and verse 13.
Get out.
Right, so like my phone had went off. Right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 13. I'll read verse 14. Ye are the light of the world, a city that is set on a hill and cannot be hid. Right. So, hey, we're that light unto the world. Right. This is the verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and give it light unto all that are in the house. Right. So we're giving this light unto amongst the congregation, right? Those that keep the commandments. Let your light so shine before men, and these are the men that we're shining amongst each other. Right. Right. We're bringing light to each other, bringing each other up fervently through the Spirit. Right. Right. That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Right. So we come to glorify the name of the Lord, and I love this, man. I love being around the brothers, man, sharpening the iron. So with that, I'm gonna say, Kwam Yashala.
And like the brother was saying, you know, it's a beautiful thing being out here amongst the brethren, amongst the like-minded brothers that keeping the commandments, fearing the Lord, and trying to magnify the ministry, right? It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 17. It says, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the King. So we fearing the Most High. That's what we doing by keeping the commandments. You know, having the understanding, wanting to exceed and increase in this thing. We don't want to stay back there. We kind of want to move forward. You know, we don't want to go backward. We want to go forward, right? And you know, we got to give praise to the Most High that He called us out of darkness into His marvelous light. Right? Like the 1 Peter 2:9. Let me get that. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of Him who hath called you out of darkness into this marvelous light. You know, so we got to praise the Most High and thank Him every single day that He called us out of darkness, out of the ways of Babylon, out of sin and damn strife, envy, murder, right, debate, all of these things that you got to deal with in the world. You know, it came back to the Most High wholeheartedly and sincere. Right? And I want to get this in the book of Psalms chapter 81, and I'm going to start at verse 10. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it. So, hey, like the precepts say, you know, asking you shall receive. We got to ask for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that's how the Most High is going to give us all of this. You know what I'm saying? Reading on. It says, verse 11, but my people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me. So that's why we're out here in the beginning, because we're out here trying to teach our people to come back to the Most High, but they don't want to hear the voice. They don't want to hear the voice of the Lord. They want to walk in their own pleasures on the Sabbath day, every single day, doing whatever they want to do, hearkening to their own heart, right? And you can see that because they don't got no fringes. And what do the fringes represent? So we don't, you know, go a horn after our own eyes, after our own heart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And I want to get one more precept. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 11. It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. And that's what we're doing. We're not speaking as our own heart wants us to talk. We're talking out of the Bible, talking out of the Holy Scriptures, wanting to magnify the ministry, right? It says, if any man minister, let him do it as the ability which the Most High give it, right? So if we're going to help somebody out, we're going to help them out through the Scriptures. We're going to feed them the milk, right? It says that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. So with that, I want to give all praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We out here mighty through the Spirit. And hey, pass it on to the mighty next reader.
All praise to the Most High. I want to give a shout out to Yahweh Shah Mashiach, like your shout, like the brother saying. Can't be unequally yoked up. There's believers in this thing. I'm gonna quote. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14. It says, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with righteousness? So like for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? Because you can't be walking around with unbelievers and thinking you're going to be on fire in this thing. You can't be walking around with unbelievers and unrighteous people and thinking you're going to be following the commandments. Because no, they're going to have you go astray. You know, you got to be around the Akim or the Akra, you know, to build your spirit up in this thing. That's what it's all about. You know, because you got to, what Amos 3:3, you know, can't two walk together because they exist. No, they can't. They have to agree with this thing. That's why the Most High love the brotherhood, because they all agree that He loves when a man, you know, and his wife agree. That's one of the three things the Most High loves. You know, so you can't be unequally yoked with unbelievers in this thing. It says, and what communion have light with darkness. And you don't supposed to be have communion. Don't go eating with them, you know, saying, you know, have a table round dinner with them, and thinking everything is going to be peaches and cream. The light and the darkness don't really mix. You just going to be dark. The darkness going to overshadow the light, or the light going to overshadow the dark. The light's going to overshadow the dark. You know, so we can't be unequally yoked in this thing. And then, you know, the brother was talking, you know, kind of said what we doing out there. You know, this is what we do. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 23.
Bring it out.
Praying not to speak when there is occasion to do good. So we're not going to not speak when there's all our people, you know, valley is dry bones. All right. We're going to do good in this thing. It says, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. You know, you can't hide this beautiful wisdom. You know, every brother got the wisdom they have in their mind, you know, and be able to relay it to the people. You know, so that's what we're out here to do. It says, for by speech wisdom shall be known, and learned by the word of the tongue. You know, so that's what we're doing out here. And ultimately, we're doing everything by Yahweh Shai, right? And then ultimately doing the Father's work. Because that's what Yahweh Shai. This is John chapter 5, verse 15. It says, the man departed and told the Jews that it was Yahushua which had made him whole. And therefore did the Jews persecute Yahushua and sought to slay him because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. You know, that's kind of what we're doing in this thing. We're kind of making our people whole again. You know, not the miracle. We're doing our miracles of teaching the people about the Sabbath, teaching the people about wearing fringes, teaching the people that can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster.
That's right.
You know, so that's the miracles we're doing today. You know, so verse 17 says, but Yahushua answered them, my father worked it hitherto, and I work. So that's what we do. We work, we do the same thing Yahushua is doing in the ancient world. We do the same thing the apostles are doing in the ancient world. You know, on a lower level, but that's what we ultimately doing. We're building our people back up. This valley of dry bones, we're building our people back up. And I don't want to say no,
we gotta love each other, man. We gotta love our brothers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to that. Let's get John chapter 15 and verse 13. It says, John chapter 15 and verse 13, it says, greater love have no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his brethren. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that we got the body, knowing that we around like-minded brothers, we got to go hard for each other, you feel me? We coming into a time of persecution. We got to be ready to die for our brothers, you know what I'm saying? We got to be willing to put our life down like the Lord did on the cross, you know what I'm saying? And it may be a scary thing to brothers, but the Lord is rolling with us. Ain't got nothing to fear. It's more that be with us than they that be with them. You know what I'm saying? So we got to love one another. And we got to be willing to put our life down, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I want to get, let's get another one real quick. Let's get 1 Samuel chapter 1 and 26. Let's get this real quick. Chapter 1 and 26. And when David, let me get 1 and 26. So bear with me here,
Get out.
Let's get the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1. And this is going back into that brotherly love, you know what I'm saying? This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1 and 26. And he said, oh my Lord, as thy soul liveth, it says, as my soul liveth, my Lord, I am like the woman that stood by thee, praying unto the Lord. No, wait. Let me get 2 Samuel 1 and 26. That's right. That's what I wanted. Brothers know what I'm trying to pull. This is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. And it reads, I am in distress for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant have thou been unto me. It says, thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of a woman. Going back to that brotherly love. You gotta love your brother like you love a woman in the world. You know what I'm saying? And we all we got. You know what I'm saying? When you see brothers with fringes on, that's my brother till death. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way we gotta have that mindset. So with that, I want to pass it to the next mighty.
I'm gonna go to the book of Spirt, chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? So we really got to prepare ourselves because we're literally in the place where it all goes down. I mean, you know, we got females that are running over here with their ass showing. We got titties showing. You know what I mean? You got music that's gonna cause you to sin, right? It's gonna put you in a different state of mind. That's why you gotta meditate these precepts, right? So I'm gonna go to the book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, by the word of the Lord were the heavens made, right? So we're actually coming out the book teaching these people, right? So we're literally speaking what the Lord said because we know that this is hell right now for us, right? So we gotta speak, we gotta keep speaking until we gather up the elect, right? And make the heaven because, you know what I mean? It's up to us, really, right? So I'm gonna bring this other precept out, completely forgot, but let me see if I can hear it. So, okay, so back to the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 22. It says, a furious man cannot be justified for the sway of his fury, or cannot be justified for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction, right? Because you cannot not be mad being in this situation that we're in right now, right? Because we got to go to work, and 9 times out of 10, we're only taking a little piece of bread back home and saving it, right? And we're saving it for our children, right? If we could see them, right? because some of us can't, right? And that pisses me off personally, right? So that goes into the curses, right? Deuteronomy 28 and 32, when it says that, right? So I'm gonna bring that out real quick. So I'm speaking kind of like, what a lot of brothers are going through, right? So it says right here, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 32. It says, "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand." So it's like we're not in control of nothing of what's going on. You got the devil that's in charge right now. He's running the show right now, right? And really, who's behind him that made him? That's the one who's really running the show. And we're back, right? We're back over here with this message to speak into everybody's ear, whoever wants to hear, right? So I can go down to Deuteronomy 28 and 34, where it says that, "So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see." I mean, doesn't it piss you off if we're trying to get to somebody and they don't get it, and they just want to go back into this world, right? Where they can literally be a princess or they could be a king, right? And actually start ruling, start demanding things, right? This is what we want to get. We want to run our households. We want to create, the biggest change, right? The only change, which is the return of Yahweh.
Right.
That's
right.
Shalawam, Yahweh, Shabbat. It's just exhortation to remind us to forgive each other and always pray and give thanks to the Most High and His Son Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna start at 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 15. I'm gonna start at 14. "Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men. See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai concerning you." And another precept to let me back on that. Because we got a lot of Jacob's troubles coming up. We got a lot of hardship coming up on the earth, and if you hope to make it through, you gotta repent. Second, you gotta have faith in the Most High and His Son. This is Luke chapter 21 and 36. "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." And I got another one real quick. Just let me back off that topic. Forgiveness and always have faith in the Most High and His Son.
Bring it out.
This is Matthew chapter 6 and 15. "But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." So it's simple. Hey, we gotta love each other. We gotta exhort each other. We gotta keep going in this thing. And I'm passing to the next brother.
Shalawam. One thing brothers was dealing with was wisdom. I want to go to the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed." So, us dealing with this wisdom has taught us how to deal with one another, and how to move amongst our people, and how we got this wisdom. I'm gonna go to, because people may wonder like how these brothers get so sharp, or how these, they start seeing these different camps, and they seeing camps growing and things like that. And it's us keeping the laws and commandments, like our forefather David said in Psalms 119. He said, "I have more understanding than all my teachers, for my testimonies are my meditation." He said, "I understand more than the ancients, because I give God's precepts." So that's one of the things. Again, it's the laws that is gathering us together. And the wisdom is the laws. And we talked about brotherly love, right? And and loving the brothers and forgiving the brothers. One thing that the Most High said over in let's see, Salaki, give me a second. Going to Sirach, chapter 25. It's one of my favorite scriptures. It says, verse 1, it says, in three things I was beautified instead of beautiful, both before Yahweh and men, the unity of the brethren. So again, it's coming back. That's the reason why we gather in unity. It's the wisdom, the law, statutes, and commandments that's got all of us here, that's got us out here teaching our people, waking our people up, that's got us out here, taking the scoffing, taking the ridicule, taking the mocking, and things like that. And we found peace and love and harmony with brothers, with like-minded brothers.
Right.
And so, let's see, was there another precept I wanted to gather? Let's see. Yeah, one more. Romans, the book of Romans, chapter 12. Salakia. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. There's one thing that we got to remember to keep in mind with one another. It says, be kindly affectionate one to another, because there's nobody else, like you said, we all we got in this thing, man. So we got to deal with each other accordingly, man. We got to deal with each other as brothers. We got to deal with our wives as sisters, you know what I'm saying? We got to deal with our children. We all Israelites. We all God's chosen children, right? And so when we dealing with each other, we got to make sure that we remember to deal with each other, be kindly, affectionate one to another, with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. That's casting down pride. That's casting down any different quarrels and not being contentious with one another. You know what I'm saying? But prefer one another. Esteem one another higher than yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one thing that we just got to continue to walk in and actually practice and exercise, that brotherly love. You know, and the wisdom of God, which is the commandments.
Right. Shalawam. Got the book of Jeremiah, verse 20. Jeremiah 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Basically saying, people out here, they use their brain to do evil things out here in the world, wicked things. You can't be out here being wicked and slothfulness. That's not good to the Most High.
Bring it up.
Got Proverbs 2, verse 15. Whose ways are crooked and they're forward in their paths. You keep doing wicked things, you're gonna keep going down that direction. Keep going down that way. Things might not end too well for you. To deliver thee from strange woman, even from the stranger, with her words. These women out here, man, y'all gotta be careful. You guys gotta watch these women, especially how they look and lustful and everything like that. They walk around showing off their ass, short shorts, and flirt with you. That could be the devil walking in any of these women out here.
That's right.
Which forsake the God of her youth and forgetteth the covenant of her God. For her house inclineth into death, and her paths into the dead. Now that go into her return again, neither take thy hold of the paths of life. So if you keep out here and you claim that you're fighting and you win this truth, but you're still going back to the wicked woman that you used to mess with, you're gonna keep the past is pretty much is bad for you. It's not good. It's like something that's not alive anymore. Yeah, I'm talking.
So I want some more, but we got your other. All right, so yeah, I was watching the live stream, brothers bringing out good points. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring out a precept. This is the book of John, chapter 15, and verse 12. It says, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you." So that's the commandment from Yahweh himself. And the Father already said it. He already said it back all the way during the time of the law. Right, the Lord said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." Now we see the great love that Yahweh Shai have for us. I'm gonna get this. Let's go to the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and verse number 1. It says, "Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not." So you see that type of love that the Father had for us ever since the beginning. Right? It'll tell you that in the book of Deuteronomy, 7th chapter, that the Lord loved us and loved our fathers, that he chose us. It wasn't because we were more and mighty and more righteous than any other nation, right? It was because the Father had love for us, right? And it says, "Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God." We shouldn't be called the sons of God. We was doing mad wickedness in the world. We don't deserve this truth, man.
Right.
But yet the Most High called us the sons of the Most High. He called us into this truth. That shows you that's the type of love that the Lord has for us. Right? Even though we were continually sinning, we were being wicked in the world, the Lord called us to this truth and gave us a second chance. You see that type of love, man. Hey, greater love, I'm gonna get that precept, right? This is the book of John, right? Let's go to the book of John, right? I'm gonna go back to that. Right, this is John chapter 15 and verse 13. "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you." And we're doing whatever the Lord commanded us.
Right.
The Lord tells us to go out to highways and byways. We're doing it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord tells us to abstain from fleshly lust. We're doing that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord tells us to do certain things. We're going to do it. And therefore, the Lord calls us our friend, or his friends. You know what I'm saying? It says, I'm going to get this precept as well. Right? Verse 24. "If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not sinned. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father." So a lot of people hate Yahweh Shai and the Father. Why? Because they're not doing as he says. They're trying to do their own thing. And therefore they hate the Father and they hate Yahweh Shai. They hate his words. They turn away the ear, like it tells you in the book of Zechariah, the 7th chapter and 11th verse. Right? They're not trying to hear anything that the Lord has to tell them. They're just trying to do according to the course of this world. Right? Verse 25. "But this comes to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause." So they hate Yahweh Shai without a cause. They hate us without a cause. We're trying to shake the hand and literally tell our people to repent, or because a great destruction is coming to this land, and if you don't repent and turn from your wicked ways, you're going to be destroyed. And they'd like to hate us for it, right? They like to call us, hate groups. They like to, call us terrorists. And they'll call you ignorant. They call you stupid, dumb. They'll call you all names in the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? But and they hate us without a cause. We literally are laying down our life, right? We're literally laying down our life, man. Anybody can come up, just shoot us. Nobody's gonna care. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a great outcry. Oh, the black Hebrew Israelites, got shot up. They're gonna be rejoicing in that. So we're literally laying down our life for our people, for Yahweh Shai, and they still hate us without a cause. And guess what? We're still gonna do it. Lord, when the Spirit called Yahweh Shai. That's some calm.